I do not understand the appeal of those.
With fidget spinners?
I just don't get, why people are so fascinated by them.
Paul, I mean, you know why. It's because we're officially Trix Rabbits. Everything around us is for the youth.
No, I think I understand now why my parents were so irritated when I really wanted a slap bracelet.
Because you're spending your money on something that you won't be interested in like 2 months.
Oh my God, those things were so awesome.
And so dangerous. Oh, so bad for everybody.
They were so great. And my mom's like, why do you want this? I'm like, because it's so cool.
Look how bright it is.
It's straight, and then you hit it on your hand, and it wraps around it.
And it makes a sound.
Oh, those were awesome. Well,
it was the sound, too. Like, the sound I liked even more than the slapping. It was the...
And then if you were really good, because you were a kid, your wrists were small. If you were really good, you could slap it, and then it would spin a little around your wrist. Yeah. Oh, my God.
like a cartoon.
Boy, it was such a simpler time. When I was a kid, my toys didn't have ball bearings in them.
Have you used a fidget spinner?
Yeah, my nephew has one. And I was like, oh, is this one of those spinners? And my mom was like, yeah, Dad got one for your nephew. And I was like, oh, cool. And so I played with it. And I'm like, this is it. Like, it's not like the cool one that like lights up or anything. But I was just like, eh. I mean, I like
Do you just like hold it between two fingers and then spin it around? Is that all it is?
Dude, I dad-pawed the heck out of it. I just left it on the counter and spun it like that. I'm like, I mean, so it spins. I mean, we've literally come full circle. We are all now interested in a top, which probably came out about 100 years ago.
You know what's hot? The new hot thing. Jacks.
Oh, God. I hope not. That's like the most hipster parent thing ever. We really only prefer wood toys, and we really like when Bryson plays with Jacks.
And then you know what else is next? Then they start eating Apple Jacks, and then they start telling us that they eat what they like.
And then the whole system falls apart.
As if it hasn't already done that. Should we get this thing started?
I mean, I guess so. I mean, we've gone this long. This is Paul.
And this is Nick.
And this is Cereal.
Cereal!
So because everything is kind of in flux, we picked a little mini topic today that we could still have some witty cereal banter, but let's be honest, requires very little research.
Well, here's the thing: is that we finally got a Patreon subscriber. Hat tip to Mike, but we haven't been putting on episodes, so we really want Mike to get his money's worth here. Mm-hmm. So here we go with this cereal topic today: mix-ins.
Oh yeah, we're talking about cold cereal mix-ins that people voluntarily put into the cereal. It's not part of the box. It's not part of the recipe. What?
Okay. I was just like, what involuntary mix-in is there? It's like some kind of cereal bandit just like busts into your house. It's like, ha-ha, cocoa nibs! And like starts...
I'll tell you involuntary mix-in. Freeze-dried strawberries. Nobody asked for them. Nobody wants them. Episode over. This is Paul. This is Nick. Cereal. See you next week.
You don't like freeze-dried strawberries?
I mean, they're okay, but I mean, I think as we're going to discover, I'm not big on mix-ins into the cold cereal.
Oh, interesting. Okay, you're more of a purist when it comes to the cereals. This is something we already knew from our talk about purist the cereal versus jazz-style cereal.
Yeah, this is blue state conservative cereal, man. Did I get my states wrong?
You got your state. You mean red state conservative man?
A red state conservative cereal man.
So, like, let's establish the ground rules for a mix-in first of all.
Okay.
First, we're only talking about cold cereal, not hot cereal. So
correct.
That's going to cut out a lot of different kinds of things that you could. That means that we're not talking about things that you put in grits. We're not talking about things you put in oatmeal. We're not talking about like any of the savory things. We're talking about what goes into a cold cereal.
Right. What do you put on? What do you use to doctor up your cold cereal?
What do you do to take that horrible cardboard taste out of your cereal. What do you add to it in order to make it edible? Here we go.
I think the obvious one we want to start with is fruit.
Yeah. We made a list. I made a list beforehand. I got a few things. 60% is fruit.
Okay.
Different kinds of fruits. So
these are your preferred mix-ins or sort of most common?
These are my preferred mix-ins.
Oh boy. Strap in, folks.
I don't know what these other people
Mm-hmm.
eat. I don't know what this is. Now, here's the thing. You say strap in. These are. I'm going with perfectly normal things right here.
Okay.
Like, top of the list is bananas.
Yes.
I put bananas in just about almost every cereal. I can't think of a cereal other than like a kid's like a Fruit Loops or like, God forbid, an Apple Jacks or something like that. Like something that's already got like a ton of sugar and flavor in there. I'm not popping bananas in there.
Mm-hmm.
I am popping it into Cheerios. I'm popping it into Frosted Flakes. I'm popping it into Rip's Big Bowl because like you need something. Paul, you need something in there.
Oh boy. Rips needs like an orchard.
Rips needs nothing less but just like a fire hose of fruit flavor just to be poured into there.
Exactly. A cornucopia of add-ins.
So yeah, that's what I'm popping fruit into all of those. Cheerios especially. Cheerios is a big one for me where I'm popping bananas in there.
Are you doing sliced?
What, you think I'm like putting like whole bananas in there like a banana split? It's not a banana split, Paul. I'm just something. Yeah, of course I'm putting sliced bananas in there. They need to be bite size.
Whole banana or half a banana?
Whole banana.
All right. Okay. You know,
Yeah.
I can respect it.
Yeah, it's a whole banana. I know that people do the half banana.
Mm-hmm.
Like like some people used to do like half a Nutri-Grain bar. It's equally absurd. I don't understand it. You're putting that away. I don't understand why you're putting that half a banana. Just eat the whole banana.
Mm-hmm.
Just eat the whole thing. It's not like when was the last time you were eating a banana and you got halfway through the banana and you were like, oh wow, okay, that's too much.
I'm gonna save this for later.
Oh, I gotta save this one for later. I can't wait to go back and go to this half brown banana that I put into the refrigerator. I just can't wait. It's super exciting. Nobody's done that.
No, and they should.
Eat your whole banana.
Mm-hmm.
Also, bananas cost like 20 cents. Like, if you can't get through the whole banana, I'd say just throw it away.
I mean, I kind of agree with that. I mean, it's wasteful, but you know what? Forget it, dude.
Just forget it.
Or buy small bananas.
Buy small, but they have those. Oh, Paul, I don't know if you've ever seen the little tiny bananas that sometimes they have in the tropical fruit section of your grocery. Breaking news from last year and now continuing into this year. We just learned about Dragon Breath cereal, where they swirl around cereal pieces inside of liquid nitrogen so that you can pick them out with a toothpick, put it in your mouth, and you can breathe like a smoke breath with liquid nitrogen. Paul, your thoughts?
Well, so is it wet? Like, it's not wet. It's crunchy, right? There's no liquid. It's just cold, stupid.
Yeah, it's because it's constantly sublimating. So there's not liquid unless you put too much of the liquid nitrogen on there, and then then it would definitely be deadly. I don't know.
Well, we saw the video of some dude eating it, and it looks like he kind of burned his tongue. It was so cold.
Yeah.
Because he tried to make it at home.
Yeah.
But why is this necessary?
That's the thing. It's like,
what's the appeal that you can do it?
Here's the thing, and I feel like this is something that you and I will come to the middle on. There's so many things that in my crunchy granola, fancy pants Los Angeles life that I think is great and you think is terrible. I think this is where we meet in the middle. There's a trend right now of just doing things just to be Instagrammable. Like that's purely what this is. Because you're not tasting the cereal, and it's just cereal. So you're paying for the privilege of being able to put the cereal in your mouth and breathe the smoke. That's all it is. And it's just it's a moment of Instagram.
I think it's stupid. I can't believe we've even spent a few minutes talking about it. It doesn't make any sense. There's no appeal to this. It's not anything cool. It's not anything that enhances the flavor or anything. It's just cold.
It's just cold and a little dangerous. And yeah, you get to take the boomerang video of you breathing smoke out. That's
stupid.
All it is.
I hate it. Next.
And that has been our moment talking about Dragon's Breath cereal. Back to your regular schedule podcast.
Hate it.
The other thing, I'm bringing all kinds of berries to the bowl. Any kind of berry, whatever is in season, I'm bringing that berry to the bowl. I'm bringing strawberries. I'm bringing blueberries. I'm bringing blackberries. Those are the big three berries. If there's another kind of berry out there that, there's one. I don't know if this is actually a berry or not because it doesn't have a berry in the name, but it rhymes with berry, and that's a cherry. I don't really put cherries into the bowl, but mostly because pitting the cherry is annoying. Yeah, everything else is fair game. All those berries are fair game.
I think pitted cherries would actually be pretty good.
It might be good. It might be all right. It's just really frustrating. I don't have any kind of pit extraction process.
You don't have a little olive pitter or anything?
No, I don't have anything.
I feel like you'd have something fancy like that.
Nah, nothing like that. I heard that you can do it with a straw. And I've tried several times with the straw, and all I end up doing is getting just my fingers covered in cherry pulp.
Yep.
And like a ruined cherry. Just like cherry shreds, like cherry shrapnel all over the place. And so I've stopped trying to put cherries into the cereal. I just stick to the things that I can slice with a spoon, and we're good.
I guess you could have them.
Yeah, but then I guess so. But then that's the thing is like I can have them, and then I have one good half, and then I have one with the pit in it, and I rip the pit out, and the pit is like the pit just ruins the rest of the cherry. Again, I'm left with debris. I'm left with cherry debris.
Half a banana and all this cherry debris.
It's like a war zone in here.
Yeah, it's like the Chiquita banana lady, went down down the stairs and hurt herself.
It sure does, Paul.
So what kind of berries are you putting? You're putting in blue, black,
and straw mostly.
Straw. Yeah, what about boysen?
I don't get much of the boysens. Paul, here's a question for you.
Okay.
How do you feel about people that abbreviate berries with the first syllable plus the B at the end? So what if I start calling them bloobs to you?
Bloobs? I like it. Bloobs, straubs.
Straubs, blacksb.
Yeah, that's a blacksb. Boysensb.
Boysensb. Yeah, stuff like that.
Straubs. I think it would only really work for straubs.
Straubs and bloobs.
Straubs and bloobs. Welcome to Straws and Bloobs, hosted by Bob Saget.
Bob Saget's hosting a show about straubs and bloobs?
Straubs and bloobs? It's your fruit follies.
Fruit follies. America, and this is bloobs.
We love fruits. Yeah, and it's basically just that clip of Lucy and Ethel squashing grapes in Italy, just over and over.
Yeah, and just them saying, just imagine that instead of grapes, these are blueberries.
No, now they're straubs. All right, so we got berries. I like it.
Inside of the fruit arena though, those are like the only fruit. Like I'm not putting apples inside of the cold cereal. I love apples inside of a warm cereal, but like inside of a cold cereal, apples. Just something about it's not right. The texture's not right. Dried apple, maybe, but not necessarily a fresh apple. Now, outside of the fruit arena, there are really only one item, and we need to talk about sweeteners. I think.
Yep.
Because sweeteners, I think, is the most popular of add-ins into cereal. Mm-hmm. As a kid, I was big on just like straight up granulated white sugar on top. And the more in there, I mean, depending on the cereal, like, Rice Krispies needed a spoonful. Frosted or Corn Flakes, maybe a spoonful and a half. Grape Nuts, I'm just going to pour the whole bag in there. It's basically just going to be a bowl of sugar with grape nuts kind of like crawling around in it like ants. So nowadays, it's changed a little bit. I'm trying to get away from white sugar. You're trying to get away from sugar. I'm aging. Apparently, sugar is basically poison for me.
Yep.
So I'm trying to move on into other kinds of sweeteners, and I have found a lot of success with 2. 1, honey. Honey is basic. Also, it's like an antibiotic. Great for you.
So honey on cold cereal with milk.
Honey on cold cereal with milk. Yeah, it depends on what kind of cold cereal. Again, it depends on. I'm not putting it on Fruit Loops. I'm not putting it on Frosted Flakes. I'm putting it on cereals that aren't sweetened at all. So like your original Cheerios or your Corn Flakes, or again, Rip's Big Bowl, those kinds of cereals. Like you just need it. Like you have to have it, or else you just, like every bite of Rip's Big Bowl makes you go into an existential crisis if you don't have something on there. So
how does honey react to the cold milk? Does it get hard? Does it mix in well with the liquid?
Yeah, it mixes in well. I mean, like, you don't put like a whole bunch on there. You just put enough to sweeten it. And like, because honey is super sweet. So yeah, you just put enough on there in order for it to mix in, as long as you're not putting too much in there. Otherwise, and if you do put too much in there, here is the great thing about it, is that it just sinks to the bottom. You just have these bolts of honey at the bottom.
Nice.
That's kind of good. It's kind of all right.
Kind of becomes rock candy at the end.
Yeah, it's like a soft rock candy at the end.
Mm.
But the other one, sometimes, when I run out of honey, because we use honey a lot over the week, we put, Paul, I don't know if you're ready for this, but let me tell you about what we do with our homemade pizzas that we make. Sorry to interrupt one more time, but breaking news. We just got another article that just came in while this was all happening. Allure has put up an article from, oh God, this is now like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
Our definition of breaking news is a little loose. But breaking news, the newest trend on Instagram, cereal hair. Paul, your thoughts?
God, it's just the name. I already hate it.
Let me send you this article real quick so that you know what I'm talking about.
Oh my God. First time reveal. Oh my God. Okay. I'm gonna have an open mind.
Yeah.
First of all, I didn't know Allure was still a magazine.
No, it's still around. It's still
what
kicking. It's still...
holy heck is this?
So for people that might not know what cereal hair is, it's basically like, I mean, to a certain extent, it kind of looks like just mermaid ombre in a way. But yeah, a lot of pieces.
Ombre, like the cologne that Joey has to sell in the first season of Friends.
I forgot about that. but yeah, it looks like it mostly just kind of reminds you of cereal. It's not like your hair isn't like done into like loops, so it's not like all Fruit Loops, but like the colors are very reminiscent of certain cereals. So like, and it's all in, chunks are done in different colors. So for instance, there's a Trix cereal hair where chunks of your hair all the way down look like colors of Trix, but they look like the 80s colors of Trix, not the current colors of Trix.
Yeah, the
obviously.
vivid ones.
The bright vivid ones. And then, Lucky Charms, like I said, looks more like a mermaidish kind of look to it. Yeah. And so where are you at? What are your thoughts here, Paul?
I mean, it's just rainbow hair. It's not cereal hair, unless whatever product they put in gives you a fruity aroma.
Ooh,
how about that? So Fruit Loops cereal hair gives you a nice fruity smell. Trix also. I'm looking at this. I'm looking at I don't see a difference between Trix hair and Fruit Loops hair.
Yeah, they look very similar. They look very, very similar. But Lucky Charms hair looks definitely different.
Yeah, this Fruity Pebbles hair is kind of cool, except they say taste the rainbow or at least wear it with this amazing Fruity Pebbles color. Oh, I hate this. Shut this person down. They've got their slogans all mixed up. But Fruity Pebbles hair is cool. Lucky Charm hair looks more like My Little Pony hair. That's what this should be called, is My Little Pony hair.
Yeah, maybe a better description of Lucky Charms hair. So like I said, it was like mermaid. So it's kind of like a teal top, and on near the ends, it's more pinks and yellows and the different shades, purples in there, orange. Yeah, all the colors of the little marshmallow bits. That's how the ends look, and then the top of it's more of a greenish teal kind of color. So yeah, I guess My Little Pony. I guess I don't know as much about My Little Pony as I would like to know.
No, you don't want to know too much about My Little Pony, otherwise you're put on an FBI watch list.
You think all the bronies are on watch list? They probably are actually all.
I mean,
on watch
I don't want to sort of lump everyone into one group, but I just get that feeling.
Yeah,
I just get uncomfortable when you see a grown man really into My Little Pony. Really into My Little Pony.
I don't want to yuck anyone's yum here, but like whatever. As long as you're not hurting anybody, it's fine.
Fine line. Build that wall. Build that wall.
Oh,
build
boy.
that wall.
So thank you for indulging us in this small brief. We just really needed to tell you about this hair real quick, and back to your regularly scheduled podcast, already in progress. Have like a pancake or a waffle, if you're anything like me, you're drowning that thing in syrup.
Yeah.
With the cereal, you don't drown it in syrup. Just a little dab will do you.
I am excited for this.
Yeah.
This has the same consistency as the honey in the cereal.
Yeah, pretty much the same consistency. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's not like it's not the same consistency as like a maple syrup. I feel like maple syrup is a lot thicker. Mm-hmm. This is more of a honey consistency.
Gotcha. I like it. I like what I'm hearing here.
Yeah, it's good stuff, man. It's good stuff.
In the 5 we have
straws, bananas, bloobs, sugar, and honey.
I like this.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Thoughts on grapes?
No. Grapes have no place in cereal.
See,
except for secret number 6 on my list.
Raisins. Oh.
Raisins are delicious in cereal, in any kind of cereal. Now, hold on. Let me bring that back. I'm going to walk that one back. I made a bold claim there and said that they're delicious in all cereals. Because I wouldn't put raisins into Cheerios ever.
Yeah. Ooh, there's definitely a reason that hasn't happened yet.
Yeah. Right.
Raisin nut Cheerio. That
is someone at General Mills has somebody pitches that like every year. Mm-hmm. It's like, oh, we're out of like Cheerios flavors. What do we do next? And somebody's like, we can always put raisins in there. And they're like, Peterson, sit down. Every year with you and the raisins. We know you're a big raisins pocket.
We know you're having an affair with the Sun-Maid lady.
So yeah, it's curious that that's like a boundary that Cheerios just does not trespass. They just are not ready to jump into the raisin market.
They've obviously tried it in some capacity and realized it was disgusting.
Yeah, it was revolting. So raisins almost exclusively can be paired with flakes. Mm-hmm. And like no other cereal shape or anything. Like I wouldn't put raisins with a puffin. I wouldn't put raisins with a Rice Krispies. I wouldn't put raisins.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't put raisins. I wouldn't even put raisins in grape nuts. You know where I would put raisins?
In the trash.
With my Riff's Big Bowl. I would put it in the Riff's Big Bowl because Riff's Big Bowl needs all the help it can get.
Yeah, that's the best part of Riff's Big Bowl, and raisins are awful.
That's right, you don't like raisins very much.
No, I'm not a fan of raisins. If you see me eating raisins, it's like Paul's really hungry, and and I don't use this word a lot, literally nothing else to eat.
It's if Paul's eating raisins, it's not so much a snack food as it is a cry for help.
Yeah, it's not a want, it's a need.
Do you feel the same way? Do you have any kind of variance between a red grape raisin and a sultana or a golden raisin?
I think I prefer the dark raisins.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Golden raisins are straying, in my opinion, into like a texture. They're more like apricot-y.
Really?
And then I might as well just have apricots.
That doesn't make any sense. So, you can't really get sultanas, or like in our grocery store, you can't really get sultanas in like a small box. You can only get it in a big box. So if we use sultanas for anything, and we use sultanas for our kale salad that we make.
Oh my god! I think my head just exploded because he said sultanas 8 times, and then he said kale salad, and this whole time I'm thinking you're talking about the actress that plays Uhura in the new Star Trek series.
Zoe Sultana?
Zoe Sultana? Is that Jafar's wife in Aladdin 2, the Sultana?
What?
I don't know. It's very late. I've been up a long day.
So, yeah.
But you put them in your kale salad.
I put it in the kale salad, put them in the cereal, put them in Rip's Big Bowl, put them anytime that I've got a flake, and I'm going to walk it way back. Like, I can't believe I made such a bold claim as to say that I would put it in any cereal. I would really only put it in a cereal that's got bran flakes. I wouldn't even put it in a cereal, like I wouldn't even put it in a cornflake cereal. Just, that seems weird to me. Mm-hmm. It belongs with a bran flake of some sort.
Yeah, I think you need I think we may have talked about something similar in the past. You need something with a density that as you chew the raisin, the cereal hangs in.
But they're not competing. That's the thing. It's like you're chewing the raisin, but it's not competing with texture. You need something that is going to hang in there with the raisin, but then we'll take a back seat to the raisin too. You know, you want a nice passenger seat. You want a nice passenger, one that's going to like tune the radio and stuff like that, but like and keep you awake, but isn't going to try to like take over the wheel.
I like where your head's at.
Yeah. So yeah, raisins I feel are another good mix in. I don't remember how we got on the topic of raisins.
It was secret number 6.
That was secret number 6, but there's a reason why it was secret number 6. I jumped in on your on something.
Oh, grapes.
Grapes are disgusting in cereal. What are you talking about?
See, I find it very interesting that that's a fruit flavor that just doesn't seem to work for cereal.
It really doesn't work with cereal, or at least they haven't, like, I could see grape being, like, you know, just because, like, grape soda is delicious.
But it doesn't really taste like grape.
Right. So I'm wondering how that fake grape has not transferred into, like, a cereal flavor.
Well, there was I'm trying to think of it. There was a grape cereal. Sir Grapefellow.
Oh, that's right.
And it's like grape Cheerios with grape marshmallows.
That's too much grape. That's a lot of grape.
I mean, it's basically just solidified grape soda.
Yeah.
So it obviously doesn't work, grape flavoring.
It doesn't work. Okay. Yeah, I think it doesn't work for 2 reasons. Like grapes as a fruit inside a cereal. One, it doesn't work because of a taste thing. It's also very juicy, which is like different from if you have like a blueberry or a strawberry, something like that. There's not a lot of juice content by the time that you slice it up or whatever. Grapes are just like an extra explosion. It's like you already have juice in your mouth, and then like a new explosion. It's like eating a gusher.
Yes,
it's unfortunate. And then it's also like a texture thing too. It's, you know, you have that. It's too crisp. It's the same reason why an apple doesn't work inside a cold cereal. It's too crisp.
Yeah, and I think there's a very high acidity for both apples and grapes, and that could turn into a curdling problem.
Possibly. It's also why no one's putting lemon wedges in their cereal.
All right, that's just silly.
What else is on your list?
Well, you know, the only thing I can really think of that we haven't covered, and this, oh boy, This goes way back in the Tilbian family archives here.
Okay, all right, getting deep.
A big fan of grape nuts, right?
Uh-huh, right.
When I was growing up, we used to take, deep cut. Oh boy, you LA people are going to love this one. We used to do the grape nuts and you would take your spoon and you would dip it all the way to the bottom of...
Breaking news. We have these new BuzzFeed quizzes. They're not new. I guess they're actually from over a month ago. I think this one's actually might be from 3 months ago.
That's pretty new for us, though.
It's pretty new for us, though. Like I said, playing fast and loose with these definitions of breaking news. It's fine, though. This BuzzFeed article claims that by building a perfect bowl of cereal, they can accurately guess where you live. Are you ready?
I like this. Are we going to give them some leeway if it's like one of the places I've lived? Or does it have to be where I live now?
I think, and I know you've lived in a few places. So if they say like Antwerp or something like that, or then...
that's a give right there. That's a win.
Yeah,
okay.
That's a win, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So, okay. Question number one, you have to pick a bowl.
The plastic one, the green one.
The green plastic one. Okay. Moving on. What spoon are you going to use? Your options. A huge spoon for huge bites. A little spoon so I can enjoy the cereal. A plastic spoon so I don't have to wash it. My designated cereal spoon. A clean spoon? ? Or a fork because I don't have a clean spoon.
A huge spoon for huge bites, obviously.
Obviously. Here we go. Okay. What kind of milk are you using?
2%.
Okay, I'll just skip through 2%.
Not cashew, not soy, not organic, 0%, whatever. Unless chocolate milk, is that an option?
No, that is not an option.
Okay.
Well, there's a type that's not listed here, but
2%.
2%.
Done.
Here we go. How much milk are you putting?
Ooh.
So there are 3 levels. There's barely any milk, middle of the bowl, or top of the bowl.
That's a tough one because I'm really a 2/3 of the bowl kind of guy.
Yeah.
Do we round up or do we round down? I'm going to round up, top of the bowl.
Top of the bowl. All right. What cereal are you eating? Here are your myriad of options.
Here we go. This is it. This is where it comes down to the men and the boys, baby.
Frosted Flakes, Lucky Charms, Fruit Loops, Apple Jacks, Cap'n Crunch, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Honey Nut Cheerios, Special K Red Berries, Kellogg's Raisin Bran, Cocoa Puffs, Fruity Pebbles, Cookie Crisp, Reese's Puffs, Corn Pops, Trix, Life, or Honey Bunches of Oats Honey Roasted.
I mean, is there really any doubt about what I'm going to say? CTC, baby!
Yeah.
All the way!
There's also an option that's like, wow, you managed to forget my ultimate fave. And if your ultimate fave is not Cinnamon Toast Crunch, like, where do you live, Mars?
Yeah, I just bought a box today.
All right, what do you put in your bowl first? I feel like
cereal.
Yeah, I was gonna.
What am I, a psychopath?
Right. Like, what insane person puts the milk in first? Okay. What are you going to watch while enjoying your bowl?
Ooh, I like this. Okay.
Cartoons, obviously. 2, news. 3, something online. 4, a show I need to catch up on. 5, a good movie. Or 6, I'm actually just going to read the back of the box.
6.
Good call.
Well, Step Brothers wasn't an option, so I got to go with 6.
Okay, here is your location for where you live. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I don't think... You know what? I'm going to give you 3 guesses. Where do you think that this thing says that you live?
Omaha, Nebraska.
No.
Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
No. Okay, I'll give you one hint. Not in the United States.
Friggin' Canada?
Barcelona, Spain.
This is so terrible. How does that even work? They don't eat Cinnamon Toast Crunch in Barcelona.
I don't know. I will say that this quiz has a fail grade on it, so it's a lot of people have said that this might not be completely accurate.
Yeah, it sounds like a bunch of hogwash.
That's all for our quizzes, our BuzzFeed quizzes about cereal, and now we take you back to the podcast already in progress. Grape Nuts episode. That was the only way that Grape Nuts was edible to me, was by putting peanut butter on it. I still have like half a box of Grape Nuts in like almost an entire box of All Brand just sitting in my cupboard, and it needs to be thrown away.
No, the Grape Nuts got eaten. The All Brand did not.
Oh boy,
that went right in the old recycling.
It's too bad.
But, any other mix-ins that I think of either don't count because you can get them in other varieties already in the box, or I'm trying to think of what else you could possibly do. What about mini chocolate chips?
I was going to say the same thing. Like, I've never done it.
Yeah.
But only because it seems so decadent. I'm not sure if I deserve to have such decadence, such luxury in my life.
Yeah, at that point, I'm just going with chocolate checks.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'll have a chocolate Cheerios, but like, there's something about like if you have, again, let's just bring up Rip's Big Bowl again. So you have Rip's Big Bowl. It needs something.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God, it needs chocolate bad.
There's never been a cereal that's needed chocolate more than Rip's Big Bowl. So, but yeah, it's less of like a concern about like, will this make the cereal bad or good? Of course it's going to make it good. There's 100% always going to make it better. It's more about, do I deserve this? Do I deserve to treat myself so greatly? Do I deserve? What have I done?
Have I been a good boy?
Have I been such a good boy that I deserve to have this cereal with these chocolate nips in there? And that's really the only question that you have to ask yourself every time that you consider the option. Am I a good enough boy for this?
I think it's really bad if you mix chocolate in with Rip's Big Bowl. I mean, that just goes against everything he's trying to do.
You're afraid of the glare from the back of the box.
Oh yeah, he is going to be ripped if you do that.
Rip is going to rip. He's going to rip. He's going to feel ripped. He's going to rip on you.
And he's going to rip you a new one.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think that's good. I think chocolate chips inside of a cereal. Again, I've never done it, but it should happen sometime.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because we are good boys and girls, and everything in between. We've suffered so much. Let's just treat ourselves to some chocolate cereal, and some cereal that we put chocolate into. We don't need to let the cereal developers come up with how much chocolate we need in a cereal. Let's decide for ourselves, and let's put that chocolate in there.
And almond slivers.
Ooh, almond slivers. That's something. We haven't really talked about nuts so much in cereal. Almond slivers sounds great in a cereal.
Yeah, I feel like when it comes to nuts, if it's not included, I don't see people mixing in a lot of nuts into a cold cereal.
No, not really. No. Hot cereal for sure. But.
Yeah, cool. Because I think it's getting a little too savory.
You're really pushing the envelope there. You're really pushing the boundaries. I mean, obviously there are almond slivers in a lot of cereals that like come prepackaged, but yeah, you don't have like a lot of almond slivers just like hanging out. Like I don't have like a whole lot of. I can't go into the cupboard right now and pull out a bag of almond slivers. Maybe some people can. I can't. That's an extravagance that is not so much do I deserve it like in the chocolate, more like. If I'm in the grocery store, do I really need to spend like $8 on almond slivers? I don't know that I need to do that.
Yeah, plus with that water shortage,
Oh boy, the water shortage. I mean, we're finally out of the drought though. California finally out of that drought.
Good. You got to be a good citizen.
You don't want another water shortage to happen, so you want to make sure that you are promoting the right things, which is not buying almonds. Sorry. This episode not sponsored by almonds.
Welcome to Almond Talk. We talk about your favorite nut and your favorite Georgia country rock band.
Georgia country rock band. What are you talking about?
Oh, the Almond Brothers.
Why? Oh God, why? Oh, that would hurt. I walked into it.
I know. It's like, you gotta be okay. I'll take it. I mean, geez, you left your wallet out. I'm just gonna take it. I mean, geez, what a dummy. Man, God, that was good.
I'm such a dummy. All right, I think there's one last mix-in that we need to discuss.
Okay.
It's kind of a big topic, though.
Oh boy.
Other cereals mixed in with other cereals.
No.
I'm just saying cereals mixed together with other, like, you know, if I have a Cheerios that I want mixed with another kind of Cheerios, mixed it together, is that second Cheerios a mix-in?
Oh my God, this is like cereal inception.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, I think this is like the equivalent of is a hot dog a sandwich kind of argument. It kind of just depends on your perspective.
Have we had that discussion already?
I don't think so. It doesn't matter. But
it's not.
I feel like it's different also. And that's what I'm saying. Is this second cereal a mix-in, or are we now transformed it into a different genre of cereal eating? We're no longer mixing in something. Now we've extended ourselves into the jazz side.
Yeah, I think it's now become a new cereal.
Right. Yeah. We're no longer with the whatever cereal that we started with. We've now orchestrated a new kind of concert for our tongues, for our mouths. And it's this new Honey Nut Cheerios mixed with the dulce de leche.
That's right. We've developed a new stronger cereal.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, I'm into that. Okay. I'm glad that we established that cereals mixed with other cereals is not a mix-in. It's just a brand new kind of cereal.
It's a hybrid species, like a corn that never gets, like a corn that bugs don't want to eat.
Right. It's like a labradoodle.
It's a super corn labradoodle.
It's a super corn labradoodle. That was a rollicking discussion about cereal mix-ins. Do you have anything else, or should we cut and roll out of here?
Well, the only thing is, I would love to really get into an argument with somebody who believes a hot dog is a sandwich.
Uh-huh.
I feel like that could be an amazing argument for like 30 minutes, and then you both part ways, and no one's mind has changed. You're just 50 times more angry.
Here's the thing about, I don't want to open up to a whole thing about hot dog as a sandwich. One, this is a very old argument that's like I feel like the only old people are arguing about nowadays because they heard about it once and the youth has moved on. But breaking news from when was this released? This looks like it was released in May. So breaking news from May: Pop-Tarts, Jolly Ranchers coming together to make yourself some breakfast candy. Paul, thoughts?
Gross. I mean, I'm looking at the packaging, and first of all, the colors are so fluorescent and vibrant. It kind of turns me off a little bit. And then I'm thinking, how does the flavor of a Jolly Rancher translate to a Pop-Tart? Is it going to be like really? Oh God, I hate myself. Is it going to be really tart? Like, that's all I can think of to describe a Jolly Rancher, but like, it's going to be like so potent and almost sour, and it's got like crazy icing and swirls, and they have, cherry, fine. Green apple, that sounds kind of gross. Watermelon Jolly Rancher Pop-Tarts,
Well, maybe that's their idea, is that they feel like they've gotten away from the tart part of the Pop-Tarts, and they want to bring back the tart, and they want to put the tart back in the
we
Pop-Tart.
put the tart in Pop-Tart.
Yeah. This sounds revolting to me. I feel like that Jolly Ranchers, you can't have a Jolly Rancher until how some people are like, you can't have like a glass of wine until afternoon.
Mhm.
Like, I feel like the same way about Jolly Ranchers. After like 10:30, that's when you can first start having a Jolly Rancher. Before 10:30, it's too early for Jolly Ranchers.
Yeah, this is like you're gonna have to brush your teeth immediately after you eat this.
Oh yeah, it's just like pouring like a sticky it's like if you like made caramel and just like poured it straight from the pot onto your teeth. That's how sticky and bad for your teeth this is. I just don't understand. I don't understand why. Who was clamoring for this? Who in America was like, yeah, we need to combine these two things. Like, this is what America needs.
I just think they're running out of flavor ideas for Pop-Tarts. I mean, what else are you going to do? I mean, they peaked already. You got brown sugar cinnamon. You got s'mores. I mean, it's over.
Yeah, you don't need it anymore. And like, you've got your standbys, you've got your cherry, you've got your strawberry. Like, you don't need any other flavor. Those are the only flavors you need. Maybe a chocolate if you need that for some kind of recipe or something like that. But like, otherwise, you peaked. Like, just ride the wave, guys. Just ride the wave.
I can't remember the last time I bought any because they're just like, they don't really do anything for me.
No.
And they're really, really bad. Like, I would rather eat a donut than 2 Pop-Tarts.
Sure,
like, they're just so disappointing.
Maybe they're transitioning. Maybe they're like, you know what? We're going to make these candy flavors. We'd like for you to pull us out of the breakfast aisle. Just put us in the candy aisle. Mm-hmm. That's where we want to be.
Put us with the cookies.
Yeah, just put us with the cookies. Just put us right by the Pepperidge Farm. This has been Paul and Nick talk about disgusting Pop-Tart flavors. And now back to your regularly scheduled, already in progress podcast episode.
Well, we all know that's not right.
I'm just saying. Anyway.
We should probably cut and roll because we could keep going.
Yeah, this is ridiculous.
Mostly just because I'm instigating.
Thank you all for listening to the Super Serial Podcast. You can listen to us on all the things, like everywhere. Like wherever you get podcasts, we're there. Just do it. You're listening to us now on the thing. Just tell other people the thing that you're listening to it on now, because it's probably one of the big ones like iTunes or SoundCloud or Google Play Music or Stitcher or Overcast FM. I almost called it Outcast FM again.
Yep, Stankonia. You can follow us on Instagram.
Yeah, we're still there.
We're still there. Just like Joaquin Phoenix, I'm still here. You can follow us on Twitter. I appreciate all these people liking us on Facebook. I mean, clearly the trick to social media is just don't do anything.
Yeah, just don't do anything on that social media anymore, and people just come for it. Yeah, with the new season starting, we're going to be a little more active on the Instagram and on Twitter.
Swearsies.
We swear. I'm going to be a little more active with the Twitter, where if I see people talking about cereal, maybe I jump into those conversations.
Nick, if you see cereal, say cereal. Well, and also once my move, so this has been a drawn out move. So once this thing's finalized, I will be back in my cereal game. I'm in a new part of town. There's a Whole Foods walking distance. Who knows what kinds of crazy nonsense I'm going to purchase and throw away. Unfortunately, there's not a walkable normal grocery store, but we'll still be covered. But yeah, there's going to be a lot more cereal going on. I've just been trying to eat all the refrigerated stuff the last couple of weeks.
There's a normal grocery store. There's Murder Kroger right there.
My friend Murder Kroger is no more.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Murder Kroger is gone, and they're building a very fancy, very futuristic building with a Kroger Fresh Fare that has a bistro, outdoor seating, growler and wine stations.
Oh boy.
I mean, I'm really excited for my location, but I kind of hope I move before that place opens.
Yeah, I guess the nearest one is that Publix that's on Highland.
There's a Publix, but never fear, fellow listeners. There is a Walmart near my work.
Oh, great news.
I mean, if we're going to try the latest flavors, you got to have a Walmart nearby.
That's true. I mean, they're the only place that you can get the Rice Krispie Treat cereal, and I need it.
Oh, I think I'm going to do that and Cocoa Puffs as a new home celebration.
Wow. you're really opening up your new movie, your new place. Really, just like blowing the doors off.
Well, you know the best mix-in for Cocoa Puffs? Rice Krispie treats.
It is. It really is. It's the best.
What if you did Rice Krispie treats cereal, then chopped up Rice Krispie treats?
That's when you die.
Lid's been blown. Yeah, because it doesn't get any better than that. You're like, well, I've peaked.
It's all downhill from here.
Yeah, so follow us on the socials.
We probably won't talk about death that much.
No. After the last couple episodes, we need to dial back the death talk.
Yeah, probably. Unless we want to just make this a podcast about death and cereal.
Mm-hmm. I was going to try to come up with a funny title, but it's too late for me. I was like,
that should be what it's called.
I mean, I think you could. I bet we need like those ghost hunter microphones, because I'm sure they picked up some sort of kinetic energy. I was really trying to come up with something. It's like, and then the light bulb broke. Oh my god, I feel like I'm losing my mind.
Let's get out of here. So this is Nick.
And this is Paul.
And this has been Cereal.
Oh, I get to use this echo. Cereal! Hey, Nick.
Yeah.
Do you think they realized that we mixed in on the mix-ins?
God, I hope so.